Hi, I play Madelyn, and I'm building my Sage Castle for Lensmoor. I've noticed a lot of people recently trying to also build their castles and having a lot of problems or questions regards to building mobs and perfecting them, building rooms, building objects, zone quests, anything like that that they need to make their castle perfect. So I've decided to make these tutorial videos to show everyone a good starting point and basic tips of the trade. Now to start, I always keep the Lensmoor website open, mostly because I'm able to go to the help files while I'm in the editor and look up different specs. It's a very useful tool that a lot of people know about, but they don't utilize as much as they should. So I want you to start by going to Game Guide, Player Building, and Hero Castles. You'll want to familiarize yourself with all of the castle guides and suggestions that the staff has prepared for us. This also states that you can use Arcanamed from area mapping. I've used this. I love it. It doesn't have some of the flags and stuff like that that you can put in your castle, but it's still really useful. Go over each of these pages and familiarize with them so that you know and you don't have to keep going back to them, though they are there if you need it. The same is here in the OLC guide. Each of these are going to give you a basic prompt on what it's like to go through and create your mobs. Now, to start, you're going to find your place in the wilderness. You're going to type castle by, and then you're going to send a note to the staff saying this is what I want my castle to be like. Once you get the approval to start building, you're going to castle open, and then castle go to your main room. This room is not to be linked to your zone at any point while you're actually actively building. And I'll show you how to do that in just one moment. But first, let's get familiar with some of the castle commands. It's very simple. Castle Help brings up this list that you're looking at. Castle View is going to display anything that you give the parameters to, whether it is objects, mobs, rooms. Castle View itself is just going to show a list of all of your rooms, such as this. Now I've already started building my castle, obviously, and I have quite a few rooms already planned out. Most of them are already completed. So from here I'm just going to show you how to add on to your castle, how to tunnel, which is right here, how to remove exits, which is going to be important in starting your zone because you do not want those rooms linked. Now you're going to want to go in any direction you want. It doesn't matter because the exits are going to be removed. Remove the exit. This prevents anybody from getting into your zone from the wilderness. While they won't see a star, when your castle is closed, they're going to see that. Let's go to our first room. Yours is going to be 001, obviously. Mine is 73. And I'm going to remove the exit back to the entrance of my castle. It's pretty self-explanatory from this point with removing and adding exits. So now you know how to unlink rooms, but let's find out how to link them. I want to link this room to the start of my zone because I'm going to continue it in a different direction. You can put pretty much anything here that you want as long as there isn't a door. Anything you do on one side, you're going to want to do on the other side. Now, editing rooms is going to be quite different than exits. And this is where you're going to add your description, your title. And do not forget to capitalize. I was told this from the very start. Room flags. Dark is going to make it so that you have to have a light in the room or infravision to see anything. Most of these are self-explanatory. If you use mob shoot, you're not going to be able to enter the room. Safe is self-explanatory. Things like heroes only, gods only, you're not going to be able to enter the room unless you are a hero. It can be kind of a bit of a pain, but it is possible to use them. Misty is going to make it so that even if you have detect hidden and invisible, some things may not show up unless you look at the room several times. I've seen this in a lot of different zones. One zone that is notorious for being misty is the Kyritis Palace. The dark maze is both dark and misty. Most of these, such as public, you don't actually have to put. They're already going to be there. Again, you can find all of these flags on the website. And it'll give you a little bit of a description of what everything that you see. Sector type. This is crucial. No matter what, you want to alter this to whatever you want. If you're in a city, you're going to change it to city. My entire zone is desert or inside, so I'm going to stick to that. Heal rate and mineral rate you don't want to mess with, because unless it's the item that you choose on the list of things that you can do, it's going to count against you. Mapping your zone is pretty simple. You're going to basically just do whatever direction you want to go. And you can either map out your entire zone and then start describing it, or you can do it by sections of your zone, or just do it all at once. Everybody does it their own way. Keep in mind that whenever you're doing your rooms, any room that has the same description is not counted against you on your total room limit. So you can have 100 rooms that all look the same, but that's pretty boring. It's completely up to you how you want to do that. This also helps the minimum limit so that your entire zone isn't boring and all the same. So I think this has gone over the basic idea of getting your zone started and figuring out what you want to do in terms of mapping or the style of building you want to take. It gives you many options. And I'll have more tutorials on how to build mobs, shops, objects, any of these things that you will want to put in your zone. So keep watching, and I'll keep updating. Have fun!